Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Copyright disclaimer. This content does not belong to Bible Chronicles or claim this intellectual property. The content provided today has and always will belong to the content owner. Bible Chronicles does not have any affiliation with the owner of this property. As mentioned, Bible Chronicles did not intend to make use of any material for the purpose of harvesting gain. However, Title 17 of United States copyright law states material and use can only be done when it's for theological or general educational purposes, and thus Bible Chronicles believes that this principal material falls under fair use, which honors protection under Section 107 of the same U.S. copyright law.
Chicanos killing Chicanos is what they want. Blacks and Chicanos killing each other is what they want. That's how they run this place. Once we get together, they don't run shit. Got a lot to learn about being Chicano.
Yeah, Alcatraz, midget loco. Yeah. They never seen this coming, man. What up, Loom? What up, Oreo? 500 years of captivity. What else? Now they trying to tell us how we supposed to be, how we supposed to act, how we supposed to rap. How I'm brown, but my flow too black. Come on, y'all kidding me, right? Nike Air Flights fitted cock back fresh. Representando Mexicanos on the map. No estoy jugando, got bars like I battle on Smack. But hold on, I'ma bring it right back. My people indigenous. I'm not sure if you getting this. By the time I'm done, you gon' be feeling this. I come from the people they call Mexica. I've been to the motherland, Chichen Itza. Seen the Mayan ruins, intellectual architects. Been in the cenote, seen ancient artifacts. Really? Cali is Mexico, those are the facts. They raped women, gave elders heart attacks. It was a battle, our people were outgunned. Took life and cattle, we were outdone. However, 2 wars proudly we take to the grave. Those we call our Independence Day. It's time to stand up, educate our people. Stay on our ground, let them know that we equal. We see your plan, but your plan is see-through. You can't stop my people. Mexicano, I'm brown and proud. Mexicano, I'm brown and proud. Mexicano, I'm brown and proud. Mexicano, I'm holding it down.
Yeah. Story with Mexicans, Mexicano. Gave birth to the word that we know as Chicanos. Aztec warrior, man, it's all in my blood. From the Tenochtitlan, that's the heart of the love. Now Mexico City, that's a modern day name. Don't let the books confuse you to be a modern day slave. Gotta get your facts right and study the culture. Don't be like Cortez, he came like a vulture. Came to just steal and take away the land. He seen what we got and he was like, damn, who would've guessed it had to be a white man. Damn again, now we got stolen lands. They say go back to where the fuck you from. Man, this is my land, that's what you stole from us. I'm not Hispanic or Latino, I'm a Mexican. Man, fuck La Militia, you can have that bitch.
It's time to stand up, educate our people. Stay on our ground, let them know that we equal. We see your plan, but your plan is see-through. You can't stop my people. Mexicano, I'm brown and proud. Mexicano, I'm brown and proud. Mexicano, I'm brown and proud. Mexicano, I'm holding it down, yeah.
When I think of all the years I struggled without complaining, like when I came here walking all the way from Michoacan, and what your mother went through to bring you back when you were a baby, so you grew up to be a man with respect. Don't you have any pride? ¿Tienes conciencia? ¿No tienes dignidad? Fuck la dignidad! Fuck it, and fuck your struggle. You think anybody cares about it here? Huh? Not la dignidad. And it don't matter how you get it, as long as you get it. I wanna be like no Mexican.
En la Plaza de Reyes, Black 50. Soplón. Yeah. ¿Qué vas a saber? ¿Qué vas a saber tú? Oye, chibolito, faltóme. Pulpín de los pulpines, batería de Rapunzel, de rapeos, de raptos, de lagartos en cuartel. Cualquier la pega de cruel con un viejo coronel. Soy flujo, se me antojó dormirme en el laurel. Eleve mi level con un label y un Faber Castell. Ya un papel, lo empape con sangre de todo aquel que se jura Nobel y no ve mis trenes en la riel. What's up, man? ¿Por qué no sacan la tabua? Juro por mis aguas que no te hablo por las powers. Soy chinchado neto, búscame por Pico Sour y te voy a meter al centro loco como Beckenbauer. Escúchame atento mi pro, que estamos rompiéndole en pro. El negro de Plaza de Reyes como siempre rompe de este micrófono. Que quiere meterle como yo pero no puede meterle taco pro. Si te pensaba que solo era un gallo, déjame decirle que se equivocó. Real motherfucker feeling on the street. Es el Black Sheep, Black Sea Metal de Plaza de Kings. Motherfucker, soplón.
Nero Luigi, man, desempeño en la victoria para que sepa. Incas Mo, Money Gang Gang, yeah, yeah, Yo también he llorado, gente. También me han desplazado por mi rasgo afrodescendiente. Sí, un perro no habla pero siente. Cuento historias callejeras pa' barrios de delincuentes. Soy un perro que te ladra, que te muerde y que te huele, nene. Soy más que Lele, ustedes para mí son pelele. Con mi jauría todo el día en busca de los cheles. Tengo un perro en fiscalía que nos mueve los papeles y otro en la comisaría para evitar el susto. Muchas veces me han llevado por solo como luzco. Perdón, madre mía, si yo le causé un disgusto, pero en esta vía yo crecí rodeado de perros chuscos. Yo sé que me quieren ganar, yo sé que me quieren tumbar y no pasará porque soy de verdad. Está súper rafina la Dodo Style, metido en latina aprendiendo un style. Yo tengo el style, no mido la raza del perro, yo mido por la lealtad y yo soy leal, yeah. La calle te enseña lo que no te enseña la universidad, yeah. Saliste ese peña aquí con una seña te tiran para atrás, yeah. La calle limeña aquí nadie la dueña, ya nada es igual, yeah. Tiene que respetar, yeah. Tiene que respetar, yeah. La calle te enseña lo que no te enseña la universidad, yeah. Saliste ese peña aquí con una seña te tiran para atrás, yeah. La calle limeña aquí nada le dueña, ya nada es igual, yeah. Tiene que respetar, yeah. Si yo soy tu papá, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cinco Mob, negro, yeah. Cinco Mob, nigga, yeah. Nero Luigi, man. Incas Mob, yeah. It's Money Gang, 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 yeah.
Hey, yo. Yango en la maldita casa. Me llaman pa' que les dé al menos una vez al mes. Se metieron al lago y olvidaron que era el Ness. For everybody bless. La fama es una puta, me está llamando a las 3. Dile que llame después de las 16 y 25. Volví de la infancia de Abraham Lincoln. Con fuerza ya inco, luchando para salir del rincón. Letra callejera en CD brinco. Under del under, puede que tu viejo te lo mande. Sale de vez en cuando como el cóndor por los Andes. Mi cuerpo no es de madera como Dandy. Antes que me branden, yo seré la ola que los expande. Aunque esto me pique en la madera, no sirven ni para romper el ticket de un evento afuera. Loco por la carrera, desafían la gravedad. Yo espero tras la barrera y llego con la novedad. Niña, tú solo espera que ya encontré la manera. He visto bastante por querer lograrlo saltando escalones dentro de la escalera. La vida me puso al depósito, yo soy de púlpito pa' que el mundo conociéramos de esta parte mejor intérprete que ha parido de esta cordillera. Sin luz afuera, que el espectáculo es dentro. La calle es mi templo, tiembla el pavimento. Cuando yo me concentro, mis disparos son temas. La calle un poema, se siente desde cuando entro. Y a toditos estos drogaditos que creen que rapean, los regreso al centro de mi balcón. Yo he visto el clown de clown en la misma gestión, pero a la malla no llega el balón. Y para esta pantalla no soy el patrón. Yo ya me sé la cuestión y doy fe por cada renglón. Consciente de la operación del final de Mbappé con la edad de bufón. De Yango en la maldita casa, Plaza de Reyes, papá. El Nero Luigi, Black Mental, hip hop peruano, rasgo en la maldita base.
El autor viene a decirnos con mucha firmeza y gran convencimiento lo mismo que nos decía en el siglo XVIII el barón de Holbach, ¿no? Un filósofo francés de origen alemán. Si nos remontamos al comienzo, entonces hallaremos que la ignorancia y el temor crearon a los dioses. La fantasía, el entusiasmo o el engaño los adornaron o desfiguraron. La debilidad les rinde culto, la credulidad los conserva, La costumbre los respeta y la tiranía los apoya para que la ceguera de los hombres sirva a sus propios intereses.
Kidoki artichoke. All right, so let's see. Let me just get to the point real quick. What up, brother? Good to have you here. BTC. What up? Streets ain't loyal. What's up, Sonny? How you doing, brother? How you doing, senor? Sonny, this is gonna blow your mind just a bit. Yes, sir. Listen, I did this class and I did this topic 2.5 years ago. Nobody ever wanted to touch this topic. Nobody ever wanted to like bring this information about. Everybody wants to go by the assumption that, you know, there's racism involved behind that word right there, mayate. Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, it has nothing to do with racism. It has more to do with sexual abuse. That's a fact. And I have a document from 1904 that can prove that we came up with that terminology in order to determine what they would call caballos or mayates. Now, in case you...
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
Yes, it is. In case you guys don't know the difference, caballos is who takes it, mayates is who gives it. Now, mayates technically are men, it don't matter what color you are, men that act like they're not gay, but they like to poke men.
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
That's a fact.
Fuck that puto. Fuck that puto.
So I know people left already. They don't like this topic. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, well, you're just going to have to deal with it. You know, I'm not controversial, man. What I like to do is just debunk funk. I want to re-educate our people about the meaning of things before they go and assume and label you as some fucking, I don't know, Cracker Barrel racist. And not even knowing why this even came about. So, by the way, please share, like, please trust and believe. This is not going to be for the soft-hearted. So if you're okay, if you got tough skin, stick around. Stick around because it's very interesting. Saludos. And the reason I'm going to say that from now on is because that's technically what shalom means. Saludos. Salud. Salud. Health. Peace and blessings. Health. Saludos. Hola. We wish you well. In case y'all don't know, shalom, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's see who's here. Shalom. Estudiante. I will be. And who else is it? Okay, I guess that's it. Okay, cool, man. All right, fam. So there's a lot of impatient people, which I understand. Sometimes it is the way it is. We want answers right away. Now. Well, you're going to have to learn how to be patient. That was the key word, Al. Patience. That was it. Anyhow, fam. So let's get to the point, man. Let's get to the bottom of this. Let's get to the bottom of this, man. Because I think we're all to the point where it's kind of like, you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And you get fed up with hearing the same old crap over and over again, man. Same old stories, same old thing. Yeah, there you go. Same old, you know what I mean? All that, empathy and propaganda, which we've been learning about, family. Because it all is propaganda. You see, us so-called Hispanic Latinos or Latinos, Hispanics, however you want to call yourself, so-called, right? Or natives, indigenous of these continents, of this continent. We have a code. We have a way to speak. And I don't mean like secret stuff. No, what I mean is we have a slang. Like we use words to identify people. Like, for example, my brother Chato, he was good at naming us, right? So my brother Jaime, he was really dark-skinned and he was really like fast, right? So he would call him Pantera. Hey, ¿qué huele Pantera? He didn't look like a Pantera, like a panther, but he was dark-skinned and he could move, you know what I mean? And what else is the name? Oh, anyways, I have a nickname. I'm not going to share that with y'all. But what I mean is we find nicknames to identify certain things that either we can't wrap our minds around and just like, hey, yeah, no seas un chapulín, güey. Like, like you jump around a lot. Or, let me see, hey, wait. That doesn't mean you're an actual way, like a mule, like getting your attention. Hey, get on the way. So now we know way means, hey, what's up, dude? Dude, right? All right. Now, nobody here, not saying not you guys here, nobody ever has talked about this word. Ever. Mayate. I want you guys to really say it now. Say it loud and proud. Because that's not what it means, fam. And we're going to get rid of that shit. Oh, excuse my language. I'm not cussing no more. I made a promise to myself. Before I can make a promise to anybody else, man, I need to make a promise to myself. So I'm working on it. Anyways, everybody was, the word mayate. Mayate. So the real meaning of mayate, we're going to find out today. And guess what, fam? You guys are going to be very, very surprised that I actually, me, man. You know me, bro. Oh, my God. You know me. Hold on a second. Hold on. Explíquenme why the Most High, I'm not trying to rap, but I tell you what, he knows how to put my path in the right direction. Get my affection. Anyways, I have a book, family. Yes, I do. Written in 1904 about this very word. You see, my brothers and sisters, they play checkers while I play chess. And this is wisdom of the Most High. The brother said it here earlier. Right there. They were proud, boastful, arrogant, and loud. All I cared about me was guidance through wisdom. Guidance through wisdom. That's what all I wanted. When I was given the opportunity to hear certain scriptures a certain way, and then I heard that we were in there, and I'm like, wait a minute. Caught my eye, caught my ear. Those that hear, let them hear. And then there's another step, like the seed of the wayside, and the 4 seeds, right? Anyways, enough of my talking. Let's get going, man. Let's get going. And yeah, bro, straight up. So you guys are gonna understand how it is and what it is, because man, it's just not fair. You guys can listen to you Black Americans, because you guys love saying that we are racist and that we use this word in a racist connotation. Actually, no, we didn't create it. Y'all turned it around. Okay? So I want to educate you, Black Americans, West Africans, because you guys are mostly here. We caught on your evil ways. You're not going to trick us or fool us anymore. Not your 12 tribe chart, not your fancy outfits, not your little short IUIC videos. We're waking up the Northern Kingdom. No. Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 2 says, declare ye among the nations and publish it like this. Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions and the house of Jacob their sins. Isaiah 58:1, right? This is Jeremiah 50:2. So after you cry out loud, declare ye among the nations and publish it. Not put your feet on top of them. Not tell them they're going to be your slaves. No. And set up a standard. An example, leadership, qualities. The hell with trying to be somebody you're not. Listen, David wasn't the biggest of his brothers. You realize that, right? Because his dad put everyone else in front of him, forgive me if I'm wrong. Forget my name. I can't remember his name right now, so please forgive me. I think it's, no, and I don't want to just say it. So anyway, I'll remember. No, he didn't, because, the dads are like, like me, for example. My dad is proud of my older brother, Chuck, like the oldest one, because he's big, man. He's tall, and that dude could fight, right? Could play soccer. He went professional, my pro, and all that shit, whatever. Anyways, soccer on that way. So, obviously you're gonna be proud to show him, but nah, like that man came to me, for example. I'm the youngest one. I ain't nothing. I mean, I guess some guys' skills, but he looked at his spirit. Don't be irrespectful for people. It's not about, remember the scriptures say he didn't go to the most noble. It's like, it's in the first chapter, man. Like, shit, you got, excuse me, there you go again. I'm trying to work on it. Here it goes here. 1 Corinthians 1:26. For ye see your calling, brethren. Here, let me do it this way. 1:26, it says, now remember what you were, my friends, when God called you. From human point of view, few of you were wise or powerful or of high social standing. Wise, like professors, powerful, like, the NFL players, basketball players, or high social standing, like presidents. God purposely chose what the world considers nonsense. You're nonsense. I'd rather be nonsense. Yeah, I'm glad that Fopi did what they did, because they really triggered my fire. It wasn't even IOIC, it wasn't like, remember, keep in mind, family, the opposition, it's the opposition that'll either make you or break you. So thank you, Fopi, because of your because of your arrogance and pride, you actually woke up the wrong one. You triggered me. And I got triggered. So because I got triggered, I actually started paying attention more. So then I know now that y'all consider me nonsense. Remember, I'm a mamzer. I'm a Mongol. I'm nothing. I'm mixed. I'm a Neanderthal. Remember that? God purposely chose what the world considers nonsense. So if you guys, the fastest, the strongest, the quickest, you guys even give me stupid rebuttals like that, scriptures say that he's not going to pick those people. He's going to pick the opposite of the strongest, the fastest, the tallest, the ones that slam dunk. Hello? Are you dumb? Hold on.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Sorry, I had it. Oh, shoot.
Sorry, wrong button. So the point being is here, is it says here that he considers the nonsense. If you run a 4.3, you're not nonsense. If you're 6'5", you're not nonsense. If you can tackle people at 4.8 speed, you're not nonsense. If you've had a president, you're not nonsense. You're media, you're not nonsense. You're actors, you're singers, you're movie directors, you're not nonsense. So here, and guess what? It ain't you white people. No, you Ashkenazis either. You guys are in media. You guys got power. You guys got wise people. Albert Einstein? Was he not wise? Don't you guys run the school system? It says here that the Most High is going to not wake those up, not the people of strength. He's gonna wake up who? Verse 25. For what seems to be God's foolishness is wiser than human wisdom. You see, that's what I'm saying, family. I tell you, man, I'm not the smartest man in the world. Not at all. This is the wisdom of the Most High. And what seems to be God's weakness is stronger than human strength. Why do you think I keep tagging these fools and asking, come and debate? I don't want to make money, man. That's why I don't want to really go to your, brother told me, don't go to their platform because they're going to either tag. I don't even care if you're at 6, 7. Dude, trust me. If you guys just one at a time, I'll take y'all one-on-one. That's never been a problem for me in the physical world, let alone the spiritual world. But one thing I don't like is y'all making money. I mean, matter of fact, I got mad at my wife because she got mad about me helping someone out. And I'm like, we haven't even used that phone for like 7 months. It's just sitting around. I hate greed, man. Envy, greed. I hate greed. Covetousness, that destroys you. So now let's go back. Now remember, 1 Corinthians 1:25, for what seems to be God's foolishness is wiser than human wisdom. We're the tallest ones in the world. Look at us. Yeah, then you're not the people of the Bible. And what seems to be God's weakness, we're the strongest of all the nation of the world. Then what God's weakness, that sounds like me, is stronger than human strength. And that sounds like you. So now remember what you were, my friends, when God called you. From the human point of view, few of you were wise or powerful or of high social standing. God purposely chose what the world considers nonsense in order to shame the wise. Why? Why, family? Because he allows people to lift themselves up. You see these guys, all these tares, you see the tares. He lifted them up. He let them lift themselves up. Arrogance is very easy to track and very easy to destroy because you let arrogance destroy itself. That's what you do. You move out the way. You just move out the way. And then you wait. And he chose what the world considers weak in order to shame the powerful. See that? God purposely chose what the world considers nonsense in order to shame the wise. So you brothers that are dealing with these stupid camps and they try to throw you a damn verse, we're the wisest, we're the strongest, we're the salt of the world. Well, Corinthians 1:26 says that then you are the heathen. Be all the strong you want, bruh. By all means, please, because he ain't going to choose you. God purposely gave you strength and speed and agility. God purposely made you the tallest, right? That's exactly what it is, my brothers. So earn it. Earn it, man. Hey, wear it, man. Wear it like pride. Yes, you are the tallest. You're the strongest. Yes, man. Matter of fact, you guys love to show off your so-called private parts. Hey, have it, man. Ezekiel 23 talks all about that. Yeah, have it. You want to have all the goodness that the Bible says, but when it actually points out what you're saying, now you don't want it. So again, he chose the world. He chose what the world looks down on. Beaners, spics, or wetbags. Don't tell me that the Mexicans are the most wanted, likable people in the world. No, you so-called Hispanics, especially you Mexicans, you're on the bottom. Even on their chart. Issachar's always on the bottom. He chose what the world looks down on and despises and thinks nothing. Murderers, thugs, drug dealers. We're going to invade Mexico because they're giving us fentanyl. And now, what do they say? Everything, when you say illegal alien or immigrant, you see a picture of a so-called Mexican. Stop lying. You know damn well. It's propaganda. It's called propaganda. It's kind of like, remember the story I told you about Target? I don't like Target, but they send me flyers every week. So eventually I'm going to buy from Target. Oh, that's right. We're all praises, man. Enjoy your family, brother. That's mad love, man. All praise to the Most High for that, bro. All glory to the Father. Love your families. I'm telling you, fam. Love your family. Because I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Make sure you catch it out. It's a good class, too. Anyways, so he chose what the world looks down on and despises and thinks is nothing. Y'all Mexicans don't know. Wasn't it Sakari that said, y'all Mexicans, look, you guys are a bunch of drunks. You guys can't do nothing. Okay, cool. Sounds good. I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad. You're confirming what I've been saying the entire time. You actually confirm, Gorilla. One conquistador. Hey, listen, man, one was enough. It's like the alcoholic thing. One is not enough, and two is too many. You know what I'm saying? My brother, one is not enough and two is too many for you to consider that there was one. Well, one Christopher Columbus did a lot of stuff. So if you even consider one is not enough and two is too many. He chose what the world looks down on and despises and thinks is nothing. That's how they see us, so-called Hispanics. Northern Kingdom, so-called, because we're not. Southern Kingdom, so-called, because they're not. You're not. But you want to superioritize yourself. This lion. Okay, well, I'm gonna show a side of you, so we could stop this nonsense. So we could start the separation, because the severing begins now. Nations are gathering together. I don't know why you're not seeing it. I mean, I don't know why you're really blind by IOIC's purple and gold, huh? Or Sakari's music, or ISUPK's thugness, whatever, or biker rolls, whatever. I mean, what is it? Anyhow, let's continue. He chose what the world looks down on and despises and thinks is nothing in order to destroy what the world thinks is important. Right now, you guys and everybody else is making you important. Oh, black people, man, they're the people of the Bible. Kanye West, look at old pobrecito Kyrie. How can you go and try to oppress Kyrie's voice? Man, he's like a slave. That motherfucker is a millionaire. But again, in order to destroy what the world thinks is important. So we know now that there's something else lurking around us. That's why we hear this right here. Oh, man. Matthew 25:13 says, and the MESHIACHA concluded, watch out, then, because you do not know the day or the hour. The hour. Do you guys even understand what that means? Now, why does it say, like, in the last days? Why does it say that? In the last days, he said something important, family. Something really important to us. Something that we were not supposed to forget. And it's such a small word. It's such a small word. And for some reason, a lot of us miss it. Revelation 3:10. Watch this real quick. Because you have kept my commandment to endure, I will also keep you safe from the time of trouble which is coming upon the world to test all the people of the earth. Okay? So now watch this real quick. I'm going to show it to you in KJV. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. It says in the last hour. Now, 500 years with the so-called gringo with long hair and blue eyes, that's not like the last hour of temptation, because we're aware of it. Remember, isn't it? Didn't he warn us the last hour? So there was going to be something. And remember, the other scriptures say there's a lot of Christ. Lots of Christ coming. Now, I'm going somewhere. I'm not just, it is the topic, but technically, I want to make sure that we sever. Cut this BS, man. Let's cut this BS. Let's cut this BS. This is stupid. For you guys, hey, listen, y'all called it on yourselves, okay? You guys called them mayates. No, that's not what it meant. But you kept pushing it. Okay, we're gonna tell you what it means today, and it's gonna hurt you. I actually had a few people actually watching, and guess what, fam? Some left, and it's gonna hurt. And you know what? Please do me a favor, record it and forward and share it with all these camps. Attack. Let's see let's see what they say, and if they actually mean, you know what, family, we were wrong. The word wasn't that way, and you're right. We need to reflect because y'all have a weird spirit on you. So if you're all people, then it's time for you to check yourselves, because we ain't rolling like this. Sirach 27:12. If thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time. So as we know nowadays, we are around the indiscreets, aren't we? Are they not keeping the laws? Even those that say they keep the laws of God, look at them. They're fighting each other in the corners. Found out IUIC. Remember we showed y'all, right? Punched some guy that was in his school and busted his face. Like, imagine that, family. I remember being in this school, and there was one fat guy, so-called Hispanic, who said he was Issachar. Then he changed his mind and he said he's Gad. I can't remember his name, but he's very emotional, right? And he actually fought another brother, and he still didn't get kicked out. This guy came from up north, Sacramento. You know who I'm talking about, IUIC. You know who it is. He begged these people to give him a shirt, fam. He tried to, like, confront me about, because I didn't let him use my power machine to clean a building that I was doing for just because I wanted to. And it was a misunderstanding. So he tries to square up to me, and I'm thinking, nah, you know, like, just. And then I sense, like, wait a minute, hold on, this guy's really squaring. And then, then it clicked, like, wait, hold on a second. You need to chill the hell out. You need to chill the hell out, man. And then you see, calm down. We were supposed to be at, hey, in case you guys know, we were at Cornelius's house. And we went there, and they were drinking some beers, whatever. I hung out with him. Well, he walked around some other neighborhood that is not belonging. He was walking around the whole time. So Cornelius had to call him, hey, man, what's going on? Oh, just taking a walk. Like, what? You're tripping. It's because it was right in front of Cornelius's house. I didn't tell him anything. I'm like, bro, this guy's weird. But then, as time went on, he put me in a situation where it sabotaged me. And I said, oh, man, okay, cool. I understand. You see, IUIC, they want submission. They want you to be under them. And I find that very weird. They don't want you to consider, they want to be dominant. That's the fact. That's a fact. You guys demand that when you're out there in the streets, especially from the white folks. But in these rooms, you want to act superior. So guess what? Now I understand why the word MAYATE does apply to you, but not because of what you think. Not at all. So let me continue. Luke 16, verse 9. And it says, by the way, family, this is why I'm doing it, because look, man, we're not the same people, okay? Just stop it. Everybody just wake up. Just shut up. I mean, we're not them. They're not us. Did we mix with them? Yes. Did they mix with us? Yes. Do we know who it is? We don't know. So it has to deal with the spirit. And if they're not Israel, then they're not Israel. And if we're not Israel, we're not Israel. And if they are, and I and us are not Israel, then we're both stupid thinking both things, right? So let it go. Stop trying to be somebody you're not. It's pretty dumb when you don't even look at the history of America. 13 colonies and a mixture in Florida. It wasn't even part of the 13 colonies. Remember, the 13 colonies were like way to the east. What do you think was going on in those other states? You think like black people just weren't messing around with the Spaniards, so-called, and natives too? See how dumb it is? But no. You guys don't want it like that. You move with a spirit. So guess what? I realize now we're not the same people, because even in jail, y'all move that way. And it was worse. So now I'm going to show you where the word MAYATE came from. And I got proof from a book written in 1904, as I've said it. Well, hold on a second. He is what?
Gotcha, bitch.
Wait, what?
Gotcha, bitch.
Because it references it for the first time. So you can see that it is a colloquially used word. America, your propagandizing is done. Let me read it again, though, because I do like the spirit. I do like this. I do like this scripture right here, and the spirit too. I'll praise the Most High. Jeremiah 52, declare ye among the nations and publish it. Set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken. Baal is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. Because you guys know what? You guys are confounded. I'm telling you. Tell me that. You're fighting at the corners. Y'all thinking you were gangsters, making gangster music. All of a sudden, your young guy from Sakari is like, man, I don't understand what's going on. I mean, it's like they're trying to be gangsters. Well, that's all the music you guys make. Gangster shit. See, gangster ass. That's not a bad word. And that, that's what that comes out of. So let's go back. Set up a standard and raise the bar, family. Sirach 27, let's go back to it because there's a point of where I'm going with this. Sirach 27:12. If thou be among the discreet or the indiscreet, which you are going to be around the, especially when you're in jail, observe the time, meaning pay attention, never stop looking, always watch your back, never drop your pants, in jail or out of jail. And I don't mean it like out of jail. I'm talking about just be mindful, be prudent of who you're dealing with. Observe the time, because just because they look like they're righteous don't mean they are. But be continually among the men of understanding. Start as close as you can to stay in the herd, meaning the people that do care about you. Observe. Watch what they're doing. You know, this is why the scriptures talk about at one point, don't trim your ways, man. Don't compromise. Don't like, well, we're the tares. I mean, they're the tares, so we just got to. Now, how you? What? Just no, man, you're tripping. Now you're doing something else. Jeremiah chapter 2:33. Why trimmeth thou thy ways to seek love? We saw what it said earlier. When you're around the indiscreet, be careful. Let me get that for you real quick. Proverbs 14:18. The simple inherit folly. It's true. But how do they inherit folly? And what is folly? By trimming your ways. By not being mindful of the indiscreet, meaning not paying attention to your surroundings, thinking that everything's cool, everything's good. One body, you know, which I fell. You have some others bringing up UCBK fights, some questioning the whole awakening. Now, oh yeah, you're right. THC, yeah, you're right. They're all, I don't know. Divine Nine, Masonry. Oh my God, that's our history. Yeah, I kept telling y'all. I kept telling you guys. It's okay if you're not Israel. You can't force the Most High, because if we're not Israel, then we're not Israel, family. You know what I mean? You can't. I'm still gonna keep the laws. I'm still gonna do as best as I can because they feel good. They're actually teaching me how to be a person and control my spirit. But if I'm not Israel, I'm not Israel. So who cares? I'm still going to try to live a righteous path. I have that in my spirit. That's what I do know. I know that I want to live righteously. But you can't be boastful. Now, am I being boastful here? No, not at all. What I'm doing is I'm stepping up for my family and saying at the front door, not the front door, the porch, you know, like the front house, at the yard, outside, at the gate, stay the hell out. We're not the same people. No. I don't want your bread. I don't want your help. I don't want nothing from you. Because since 1492, nothing's been good. Hey, think about this, man, for a second. Just food for thought. They said that the so-called white man used the word Renaissance for them to regain power, right? Okay. Was it really them? Because wasn't the white man in Europe and they finally got those guys out of Europe, right? Wouldn't they be thrilled to be regaining power there first? No, yeah, of course they would, right? But when you look at the Renaissance, so whose Renaissance? You mean the Moors, whose kingdom fell? And then you came here to revive your history again? I'm on to you. I'm on to you. Don't tell me why. I don't know why. Maybe it is of the Most High. Or maybe I'm just a drug addict, man, making up stories, and you know what I mean? Maybe I'm misleading you guys. I don't know. I mean, I'm not making stuff up. I bring up facts. I read scripture. I show you guys books, which I'm going to do today. And then you decide. Anyways, First Maccabees 3:52. It says, and lo, the heathen are assembled together against us to destroy us. What things they imagine against us down knoweth. Of course, the Most High knows. How shall we be able to stand against them except thou, O God, be our help at all signs, at all costs. You always make sure you put the Most High above you in everything of the way. Then sounded they with trumpets. Hold on. Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Give me a second. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. See that? Cry out loud. Spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. And show my people their transgressions and the house of Jacob their sins. So that's what I'm doing. Standing up because they assembled against us. They're trying to take your spirit, fam. I'm not trying to take your spirit. I'm trying to give you mine. Take some of mine, man. Here you go. Here, have it. Kind of like this, fam. And no way, shape, or form do I compare myself to any man of the scriptures at all. And never will. I'm not, never. Man, we're so far from that ability or power. Come on, Nate. Give me a break, bro. You can barely ride a horse, let alone fly. Anyways, number 11:17. Watch this real quick. And I will come down and talk with thee there, and I will take out of the spirit which is upon thee, and I will put it upon them, and they shall bear the burden of the people with thee. So me, before I read this ever, that's what I always told brothers, man. Just feed off my fire, man. I don't care. That's the whole point of why we're here. Now let's finish that. The simple, Proverbs 14:18. The simple inherit folly. We know what folly is. They inherit lies, stupidity, confusion, because of their leaders. But the prudent, because of their leaders, are crowned because of their leaders with knowledge, because their leaders are prudent of wisdom. And the crown is the crown of salvation, the scriptures of the Most High. And the knowledge is the experience, like, hey, listen, I walked it already. Here's what I did. Here's where I'm at. So listen, fam, you guys are in camps. Tell them, how do you repent? What is the process of repentance? They just give you a scripture and then they figure you're going to get the answer. That's not it. That's not it. Hey, listen, and then they will, we're taking alms because everybody is earning equally. No, that's BS, because Nate the Snake Roberts has about $600,000 a year in income. No, I'm sorry, I lied. $600,000 a month in income. 5 point some million a year. And then in net is $155 million. You guys are not broken off equally. So much for the scriptures. Hold on a second. Bruh, hold on.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
This is who they are. Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. You see, it's kind of like that whole thing where, oh, God, please forgive me. God, please forgive me. God, please forgive me. I'll never do it again. Things are good. Then they go back to themselves. Or that relationship or ex-marriage, whatever. Unfortunate ones, right? I'll change, baby. I swear, I'll change. Okay. I'm sorry. That was you. It wasn't me. You know what I mean? You should have done that. You should have said that. You should have, that should have, could have, would have. But it's like that. Eventually, the iron shows its rust. Eventually. That's why you guys got to be patient. And like the brother said, man, ask for prudence. Ask for patience. Don't ask for all the understanding of the world. No, ask for patience, because through patience, there's a scripture that says, through patience, ye find your soul. If you can get that, bro, whoever can, that'll be great. Jeremiah 15:11. Watch this. And the Lord said, verily, it shall be with thy remnant. Verily, I will cause the enemy to treat thee well in the time of evil and in the time of affliction. Now, why am I saying this? Remember we said Luke 16:19? I'll read it. There's a point. Remember this. Verily, it shall be well with thy remnant. Verily, I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil and in the time of affliction. That's why Luke 16 and 9 says, let me read it just so I'm going to jump on this. And I said unto you, make to yourselves friends of the mammon of unrighteousness, that when ye fail, they may receive you into everlasting habitation. Why does he say that? Because it's the Most High. He deals with you. He's going to make sure that the kings are under his command, not theirs, not yours. Verily, I will cause the enemy to entreat thee. Not you, not Jeremiah. I, meaning the Most High. Look, fam, the only reason I understand these things is because I've studied the milk, and I didn't involve myself with other things. Daniel 4:17. This matter is by decree of the watchers. So I'm not asking to be a watcher. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just passing the message. And the demand by the word of the holy ones. Maybe this so-called messenger or watcher is so you guys can do it a lot better than me. I do want you guys to do it better. Teach better than me, man. Bring on more truth better than me. More understanding. More patience. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Thank you. It says Luke 21:19, and your patience possess ye your soul. And that's what you're supposed to ask for before anything else. This is not about getting, it's not about what other, like, okay, first of all, like Islam, BHI, Christianity, Christianity doesn't really say that. But Islam and BHI do believe in getting, when they die, getting hoes, getting power, flying around like gods, and enslaving the white man. Like they all say the same shit. Yet I say, nah, bro, we don't need that. I rather earn patience. Because within your patience possess ye your soul. Because that word itself, patience, means a lot, man. Even when you consider, for example, here, hold on that. Even when you consider the scripture, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Psalms 4 or Psalms 1 and 4. Hold on, okay? Now, Psalms 4. It says, there it goes right here. Hold on, sin not come into your own, be stand, hold on, is this? I think it's this one. I'm looking for the one that says, be still. Hold on. Be still. And it's probably Psalms. It's in Psalms. I know it's in Psalms. I just, there you go. That's it. Well, I guess I was there. Shoot. I was right there. So let's check this out. Stand in awe, meaning like reflect on yourself. And I'm talking about men with you leaders. Like for a moment, pause. Reflect on who you are. Reflect on like what you've done. If you really are trying to change your life, right? Stand in awe, meaning like just be amazed of the shit that you have done and you're still alive, right? And sin not, meaning that's it, done, over with. You don't want to do that no more? Are you amazed by the destruction of the life that you had in the past? Okay, well, sin no more. And then it says, commune with your own heart upon your bed, because the kingdom of God dwelleth in you. You can't find the Most High in a church, in a building, wood or stone. You got to talk to him. And the way that you get to know him is by you repenting, meaning you starting to cleanse yourself. Dude, there's a scripture, and if I'm not mistaken, it talks about, maybe Sirach 23, I think. Yeah, okay, I'll start here. It says, Sirach 23:1, it says, Lord, Father, and Governor of all my whole life, leave me not to their counsel, and let me not fall by them, period. Now, you would think that if you stop there, it's like, it's about, don't lead me to the enemy or anything like that. No, it's not even talking about that. It says, who will set scourges over my thoughts? And the discipline of wisdom over mine heart. So see how, hold on, that they may spare me not for my ignorance, and it passed not by my sins. So here we see clearly that that he's asking the Most High, bro, listen, can you please help me against my own fucking mind? Because my thoughts will make me believe something that I know probably is not a good idea. And can you discipline my mind in order to understand exactly what I should be doing thoroughly? Then it says, lest my ignorance increase. And he keeps saying, my. Let my lest my ignorance increase and my sins abound to my destruction. And I fall before my adversaries, and my enemies rejoice over me, whose hope is far from my mercy. Basically, like, you know, when you fall apart, like, for example, when people don't like you, bro, they want you to fail. And they love it when you fail. Matter of fact, dude, like, it's the most horrible thing to fucking imagine that somebody really smiles at your failure. Which is why it talks about don't let my mind destroy myself, because I am going to end up being the example of the people that fucking hate me. Perfect time. Obadiah 1:5. If thieves come to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? And that's exactly why you don't want to be ignorant of your own self. Because guess what? Your enemy is looking forward to that shit. They'll take as much as they want from you. And they have no fucking limitation from what they want from you. That's what it's talking about here. Bro, there's some people that will take some stuff, maybe leave some food behind. But you guys know, you Edomites, y'all take to the maximum. Which is why it's important to understand what these scriptures talk about when it means who is your biggest enemy? Yourself. And why it requires leadership, why it requires strong men to even talk about like us moving forward, at least as people. Because as you can, we have a lot of examples out there that those are not leadership, bro. Like, you really, like, you guys watch these channels, do you guys see certain people? That's not leadership. That's not moving us forward. That's not helping our gente. Do these motherfuckers not realize what's going on in the streets and shit? Like, do they not know people are literally getting arrested, taken in cars, and they don't even know where the hell they're at? And here's a proverb. Proverb 1:1 says, Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. To perceive. Perceive meaning like, you should discern the shit that is people are telling you. And if you know that it's just keeping you in the same spot, why are you even there? Why give these people clout? Why even give them the time of day? Now, when you talk about this particular, ignorance of ours, right? Who will set scourges over my thoughts? Remember the first verse that said, O Lord, Father and Governor of my whole life, lead me not to their counsel, and let me not fall by them. So yet it's actually saying that your thoughts are them. Now there is this particular scripture in Matthew 13 that talks about many angels coming after you. For you brothers and sisters that have dealt with addiction, you should understand exactly what this means. I think it's this one. Hold on a second. Hold on. Parable, the hidden treasure. Parable. Which is it? Oh, 12? Is it 12? I haven't seen it in a bit. Hold on. Hold on a second. 7. There it goes. Matthew 12. So check this out. I think this parable, you that have dealt with addiction should understand what this means. It says here, I'll make it simple. It says, when an evil spirit, Matthew 12:43, when an evil spirit goes out of a person, it travels over dry country looking for a place to rest. Now, dry country, remember Hosea 10 talks about get rid of that fallow ground, break your clods, sow righteousness, because you're about to, sow yourselves in righteousness, reap in mercy, because obviously dirt lives off of water, right? Okay, then it says, when an evil spirit goes out of a person, it travels over dry country looking for a place to rest. If it can't find one, it says to itself,
I will go back to my house. You understand that? I will go back to my house. Remember Sirach 23? Like, no, let me be ignorant to my own thoughts, but they're not your thoughts. This is why. I will go back to my house. So I will go back to my house. So it goes back and finds the house empty, clean, and all fixed up, meaning like this person tried to change its life. Like, for example, those brothers that are and sisters that are getting addiction, and then they go to like, a rehab, and they're sober for like 30 days, 40 days, 60 days, maybe 6 months. And all of a sudden they go back into that shit and they fall worse. Well, this is it. Then go without and bring, that says, so it goes back and finds the house empty, clean, and all fixed up. Then it goes out and brings along 7 other spirits, even worse than itself, that they come and live there. So when it's all over, that person is in worse shape than the beginning. And this is what will happen to the evil people of this day. So that shit is literally addiction. You guys try to sober up, try to change your life. All of a sudden, you get a slip, bam, you fall back, and it's worse now. A lot of people die of addiction. And again, it goes back to the spirits. And I'm not lying. I do believe that those things that you guys experience sometimes, that's not necessarily you. That doesn't excuse you. That's why the scriptures talk about getting to know yourself, and that's how you get to know God. If you don't get to know yourself, meaning you got to look at your shit, then you're going to fucking, be dealing with demons, bro. I don't understand how else we can even say it. Because we're going to see how other people deal with demons. This topic doesn't stop. Let's continue.
Maybe. Not as loud, you know what I mean? Can't change me. It's me. This matter is by decree of the watchers and the demand of the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomever he will, and set it up over it the bases of men. So as you can see, the basis of men gave you that knowledge. 1429, Proverbs 1429, whoever is patient has great understanding. That was the word, patience. But one who is quick-tempered displays folly. Let me read this again. Daniel 4:17. This matter is by decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones. Demand, okay? It's not a choice. To the intent. I read it like this. I'll read it better. Not better, just clearer. This is the decision of the alert and watchful angels. So then let all people everywhere know that the supreme God, our Father, has power over human kingdoms, and that he, not them, he can give them to anyone he chooses, even to those who are least important. So remember the class I did that when the ravens feed you? Hey, shalom, Blatt. You know how I can't see you on the screen, bro. So shalom, bro. Remember I said that class I said when the ravens feed you? Well, who was feeding you? Who did God give the power to bring you guys the scriptures and say, hey, look, we're the leader? Nah, man. It was for their detriment. It was to lift them up, to bring them to destruction. That's what it is. Say it loud and proud. It's not our rules, family. It's the Most High. And like I said, nobody can prove. Even those people in Israeli. It's well known from their rabbis that they were Khazarian converts. Stop lying. So that means there's only a few people that can, but not everybody. Besides, if you are, you're not going to know. And if you're not, you're not going to know. So then why act like you made it? Romans 13:3, for rulers are not a terror to good works, but to do evil. Yes, man. You can deal with prostitutes. It's a transaction. Oh, you can have another wife, just don't tell the main one. Hey, if your wife don't believe, man, give her a year and a half, and then you can leave her IOIC. You know what I'm saying? For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil? Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. Hey, good night, bro. Have a good night, bro. All right, so now I'm going to show you something real quick. Let's kind of change a little bit of the not the topic, but I'm gonna give you guys a little history here. So we have what's called the minerals of pre-Columbia, right? And one of the very important colors or minerals within our people was this color. Okay, like turquoise, right? People call it turquoise. Okay. You can see this is from rockgem.com. The great pre-Columbian Native American civilization, the Olmec, Maya, Inca, Aztec, and gold working cultures of Colombia left behind their material legacy and remarkable array of artifacts. They left gold works, figurines of silver and platinum, tools of copper, bronze, turquoise, mosaics, jade mask, obsidian knives, bright red painting of cinnabars and hematite, intricate limestones, and basaltic carvings. Jade. Interesting bird. What is jade? Jade color. Right? Jade is green. Now, this was my favorite color, fam. This forest green, right? I guess it's jade. It's my favorite color. Now, I'm going somewhere, so follow me here. Walk with me. As you can see, let me get that for you, bro. Let me get that for you. Ephesians 2, right? Let me see. Let's see. Ephesians 2, verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith. There you go, bro. By grace are ye saved through faith, and not of yourselves. So even if, listen, look at my DNA. Look, man, it's not of yourselves. It is a gift of God, and not of works only, lest any man should boast. Meaning, like, I keep the laws of God. Yeah, but you ain't changing inside. We see your actions. Listen, if you guys were changing, you guys should have been fighting. You guys have been having the scriptures for quite some time. 60, 70 years since 1960, right? ISPK since 1960, 70, 80, 90, 2000. Bro, you guys are going to almost 50 years, and you guys are fighting in corners now. You're getting worse. Damn. Lest any man should boast. Lest any man should boast. So let's not boast. Anyways, so we got green, jade. You know what I mean? Now, it's funny, but I'm not going to get into it. But I found this word to be jadeite. Interesting word, fam. There was such a thing as Jedites, a particular tribe that preferred this color. But I won't get into it because that's not what I'm trying to do. Jediite cake, like Judite. Just saying. But anyways, I'm referencing the color. Okay, the color, just the color. No big deal. So then now I'm going to show you this over here. It continues. Maya sculptures made out of jade or emerald, some type of, we see it here. So this color is very green. A lot of so-called Mexicans love green. In case you guys don't know it, not because of flag. It is a culture, like it's within our bloodline. You guys are missing it. So no matter what you say or do, look, the food, the spirit, and these inner workings of ourselves that tells us who we are. So go ahead, have it all you want, Wabos. You guys are looking like huevos. Eventually, you're gonna crack. Okay, so then you got jade color. Jade, right? Jade color. Okay, you guys are getting the point. I'm glad. So now, what exactly? Like I said, the real meaning of Mayate. Right? The real meaning of Mayate. So, Black Americans, please stop using this as if so-called we're racist. We're not. Okay, so I'm from Guadalajara, Jalisco, right? Watch it. Guadalajara. Jalisco. Yeah. So I'm from this part here, right? They're supposed to be selling the houses over there. Anyways, I grew up here, not necessarily here. Let me see if I can get them out. There goes Batemira. Vaya. Show you guys Dark Road, burial, right there. See? So, anyways, the reason I'm showing you guys this, right? That's where I'm from. I want to show you. Look, it's way inland. Okay, Zapopan and all that stuff, right? Okay. It's really hot here. It's a really hot climate. It's up the mountains, all right? So my point being is, as you can see, this is where it gets heat. I'm saying this because I grew up catching these insects. Right? We call them mayates. So I caught them all the time. Every summer, I would climb on the back of my like we had like a wall fence. And now it was 4 houses, like, you know, all houses are connected. So like 4 houses are together. So it's like from the sky, you could see like a cross. So I would sit like in the center of it, right? And these guys are fly around, dude, because they eat fruit. So I'd catch them and put them like in little bottles, right? The idea was so you could put some, because they fly. So what you do is you put some string here on top, right here in this corner, right here, right? Put the string there. And then you see like watch it. I'll show you. Yeah, they're on a string. See that? That's what I did. That's what we kids did over there. We would put these strings on them, and they'd fly around like in a circle. And the thing with these guys is they don't really have a direction. They just like fly around. You know, it's not like a big deal. They don't bite. So that's what mayates are known for in Mexico. Okay. Now there's these other bugs in the summer. They're brown though, but they're not called by mayates. All right. And you can see these are not, you know, these are wonderful looking. Like I'm the kid, man. I used to love catching them because, man, look at them. They were so green and they were weird looking and they would shine so cool. And you know what I'm saying? You could actually keep them and then eventually they just fly away. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just showing you something because the Most High does have a purpose for everything, fam. Okay. Maybe he was like, I'm gonna let this guy see these mayates because he's the ballsy one that's gonna actually explain what it really means to be a mayate. Because I'm sick of it. I remember they would say, yeah, you call me mayate. When I first came to this country, like, yeah, they call me mayate. And then I was like, mayate, bro, but they're green. See, that's not a mayate though. Okay, they're known to be green. Now the bugs up here, they're dark, meaning like brown, dung bugs or June bugs, whatever. But those are not where I'm from. Trust me, I was a collector of insects. My mom hated it, and these were one of my favorite because it was obviously my color green. So see, mayate, que es? That's not it. That's a dung bug. That's not what we call a mayate. That's actually more newer terms, like after 2000. Okay. So let me go here real quick, just to clarify. Let me see. Okay, here goes one. See, here goes one of these brown ones. But these are not considered mayates. Okay? We don't catch these. We don't touch those. Ever. They don't bite. They're just ugly. So if we were intending to call you guys something like that, if it was an insect, we would have used this one. But that's not the case. So let me show you this here real quick. Where are you at? Let's see if I can find it. Unless I close it, that would be pretty dumb. Hold on, family. Okay, let me see if I can get it. Where is it at? I thought I had it. Let me see. I have a link here. Let me see if I can get it over here. Hold on, right? Okay, so now here's the name of the beetle. Emerald Euphoria beetle. Okay? Lustrous green and gold, or blue and purple, or red and orange. Not black. Not black. You see what I mean? I know it's some short stuff, but it's not black. It's green, gold. Green and gold, like, you know, the vest of the Messiah. Blue and purple. Red and orange. That's about it. So now let me show you this real quick. It says here that the meaning of MAYATE, the first one comes with hold on, etymology. Nahua. It's a Nahua word. Classical Nahuatl. Okay? Mayates. A figurative beetle, June bug. Okay? Or Mexico slang, active homosexual. Top. Active top homosexual. Some say that there was a slang word. No, it wasn't. Y'all did that. We never called it that. And there's a reason why we called you guys that. So, let me show you some of the reasons. Okay? Let me go to Romans chapter 1, verse 25. It says, who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshiped themselves and served the creature more than the creator, meaning who they look in a mirror to. Don't they want a black man that looks like them? Who changed the truth of God into a lie? Remember in Exodus, Most High went up, came down, and they wanted to make a cast out of him. It's like, you guys need to see your faces. Like, that's what the strangers, because remember, the strangers tempt also. It was the strangers that tempted, remember? Hey, let's make an image. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause, God gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into what is unto which is against nature. And likewise also the men living the natural use of women burned in their lust. By the way, you know the scriptures in Revelation 1:13, as if he burned in a furnace. So it burned in lust. So was that lust black? Oh, what about the burned tree or bush? Was that bush black? Don't be selective. The word ain't black. It ain't blackety black. Get out of it, man. Anyways, that's not the point. Burn in their lust one towards another. This is very clear. Men with men. Excuse me, what? Men with men working that which is unseemly to the normal individual. And this is a knock on anybody. Nope. I'm not dissing anything on their lifestyle. Hey, that's your lifestyle. Whatever. It's just me reading this because I'm making a point. Because we use this, like I said, remember initially, we kind of make up words like nicknames to kind of identify us in a way. Like, hey, that's so-and-so. Yeah, el Pantera. ¿Qué onda con el Pantera? Like, oh, because, you know, he's dark, like my brother, dark skin, and he could move quick. That's why. All right? But however, likewise, also men living the natural use of women burned in their lust one towards another. Men with men working that which is unseemly. Meaning, not just are they doing it. I'm talking about, bro, they're full on like love and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. What does that mean? Even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind. So now let's get to the point of this. Let's get to the bottom of this here. Man, family, we have this definition here for a reason, okay? So this is from most guys. Watch this real quick. I'll show you something. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. I know. We know what it's about. So, anyways, let me. Yeah, it's already translated. Perfect. All right, here it goes. So it says here, Mayate, gay dictionary. Okay, we're not. By the way, I'm not offending anybody. YouTube. This is the colloquial understanding of the word Mayate, and we use this in a way of instead of being so derogatory, like joto or puto, whatever. We're like, hey, Mayate, ¿qué onda? Right? Because we knew that Mayates have a certain way of being. You're gonna find out right now. It says Mayate is a term that has its origins in the word Mayat from the Mexican Nahuatl language used to denominate a beetle. People also use this to insult homosexual men. Hold on. Ooh, excuse me. What? People also use this to insult homosexual men. Now, again, I'm reading this. I'm not insulting you men that are living this way, that are not Israel, that don't think you're a people. I Lord willing, man, you repent. But I am not dissing you guys. This is a explanation of a definition. So it says, used to denominate beetle. People also use it to insult or identify. Hey, family, I am so thankful. I'm so thankful that this topic got so sensitive that it literally has one viewer showing on my screen right now. I don't know what you guys see, but I see one viewer. And you know what? Out of 700 and change, it's amazing because, again, like I said it earlier, bro, sensitive topics are very hard to tackle. Nobody wants to talk about these things. Nobody wants to approach them from a logical perspective. Everybody wants to be emotional about certain situations and shit. And all of a sudden, when you bring them some logic, now they're upset. Excuse me, last time I fucking checked, I was, we get called racist for dumb fucking comments and reason or lack of understanding. We're not gringos. We're not like those people. You see, we have a way of communicating. We have a slang. We give you nicknames because of how you look or how you act or what we see about you. And this is not just for strangers. This is for like family and friends. This is what we do. That's why I wanted to go this route. But you know what? I'm okay with that offensiveness, man, because I think it's time for people to realize, like, what do words really mean? Because I think a lot of you dumb motherfuckers don't even know what words mean. You're just reading shit. You're not even looking stuff up. Hey, ¿qué onda, Pantera? Homosexual men. Although more specifically, to name those men who define themselves as heterosexual, but who have sex with men. Whoa. Exactly. Who the hell are you? So let's be clear again. People also use it to insult homosexual men, which is not right. You shouldn't be insulting homosexual men. What's wrong with you guys? Mayates, come on, bro. That's wrong. That's wrong. Don't be calling Mayates, bro. Come on, bro. Why are you calling Mayates, bro? Don't be calling them that. People also use it to insult homosexual men. Jail. Booty bandits. That's what they call them. Although more specifically, to name those men who define themselves as straight. You know, the ones in jail and stuff. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. But who have sex with men. So I'm like, I'm a man, bro. I'm a man. I ain't no girl, because I'm on top. That's what it means. Mayate would be the equivalent of the Peruvian, ma gente, mostacero, or the Colombian cucarón. Let's watch this. Peruvian montesero. Let's look up the word. That's what I'm talking about. So you see. Meaning Mayate. Mayate sería el equivalente de montesero. See that?
Mostacero dice que, hold on, let me translate it. Mostacero is the chimeric of the male. Since ancient time, even when even with LGBTQ men, where LGBTQ behavior was normalized, the man who effed another man, the active one, was not given the same consideration as the one who effed the passive one. This different social consideration has owned the self-defined heterosexual man to have been able to give free reins to his desires from past to present. Damn. Y'all gotta repent, bro. For this type of male in Peru, they have one word, mostacero. Okay? And in Colombian, they call him cucarrón. And it means, let's see. Let's go back. It means, what does it mean? Okay, I guess that's not what it means. Come on, bro, just tell me what it means. Yeah, I guess it's the same thing. You know, it's the same thing here. It's what I'm finding. Ronron excavador. Escarabajo. It's a shit bug, basically, in their translation. You see that? What that mean? For us, a mayate is like a net. Or something else. I forgot. Let's see. Something else in my town. Oh yeah, a mayate is a big bug. Yeah. That we used to fly when we were. Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, it's just real talk. We're just adding the string. But here in America, they made it into a damn racial thing. Es una excavadora. Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, that's right. Excavan. I get it now. I get it. So then I can see why they were digging in a hole. You know what I mean? Kind of like. But anyways, man, it's like sincere stuff. You know what I mean? So look, I will rouse your journey through people. I will rouse your jealousy through people who are not even an Asian. I will provoke your anger through the foolish Gentiles. These busted out fake teens are still trying to be us. Yeah, it's crazy. So let's continue. All right. So we see now that there is a history in this so-called definition. So it says in both cases, these actively top role of these men in anal intercourse is highlighted by the rest of the feast. Is highlighted by the rest of the feces that the tender can show after anal. Man, this is heavy. Hey, listen, get your kids out of the room. In Mayate, the relationship with feces may be that the larva of this beetle feeds on the other animal, and is the case with the term cucarrón, which is a beetle that is dedicated to transport balls of excrements from one side to feed himself. I see. There are those who affirm that the relationship with beetle is that it makes penetration in a cornfield, even that it has to do with bright colors, insects, yada, yada, yada. Bright colors, even with insects in relation to the bright and strident colors of homosexual man, a relationship that we discard since this slang is clearly used to refer to masculine men. So it calls masculine men so-called mayates. They're not effeminate. They're like the male. They're the male of the relationship. Now check this out. First written reference, we find the word mayate related to the homosexuality is found in 1904 by text by Carlos Rumagnac. That's where we're going. All praises, my family. So now, book is in 1904. Okay? I'm not lying. 1904. So now, let's look up the word mayate. First one, it says here. Let me magnify this. Please allow me to magnify. Can I magnify? Hold on. Let me see if I can magnify it. And I guess I can. Yeah, I guess I can. Hold on. Okay, on the bottom it says, esto lo observé. Here, I'll go to the top. It's going to be in English, right? So whoever doesn't got the translator, oh well. You know, that's my bad. De tipo más indígena que criollo, su sinonimia es vulgar. I see. Okay, de tipo más indígena que criollo.
Okay. Su fisonomía es vulgar y sin embargo se anima cuando se le contradice o sobre todo cuando se le ataca en su amor propio. Entonces se pone rojo, habla con violencia, levanta el labio superior del lado derecho y su mirada refleja con claridad los sentimientos que experimenta. Esto lo observé especialmente cuando al referirme a un detalle de que me daba sobre uno de sus compañeros de cárcel y que después relataré, le pregunté si no había sido nunca caballo o mayate. Hold on, what? Que si nunca has sido o llamado, o si nunca has sido, meaning like, have you ever been a horse or a mayate? I guess bottom or top. Aunque varias veces tendré que ocuparme en este ensayo de tratar casos de inversiones y perversiones sexuales. Creo que oportuno mencionar a grandes rasgos por la hora algunas de las costumbres que a ese respecto se observaban en nuestras cárceles de Belén, que cuando todas aquellas en que existe aún sistema de comunidad es teatro constante de esos vicios, origen de erímenes, tanto más repugnantes, cuanto que es el indoble o el móvil de los términos, right? So that's one. Let's see right here. Next one. Where are you? Where are you? Let me see this real quick. La periodista sabe que era. Let me see if I can magnify it. I mean, shrinking out a little bit. There it goes right here. I'm trying to read it as best as I can from a distance, fam. It's right there. It says here. Can't even see it either. Okay, there it goes. All right. It's right here. Estuve como 7 o 8 años en la escuela terminando su instrucción primaria. También estaba en la escuela industrial y en la correccional como castigo pedido por la madre porque se fugó del hogar mercándose hasta Querétaro. Ya desde esas escuelas empezó a conocer el vicio de la pederastia y saber lo que era caballo o mayate. Tiene varios tíos. Uno de ellos enferma de la espina, dice a causa de un golpe que recibió. All right, hold on, let me see if I can find another one. 89. Dice aquí, mayates y caballos. Let me go back to page, I guess, 90. Okay, so it's page 92, right? Okay, 91. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Se paraba hacia 3 días la víspera de su ingreso en la cárcel, el 9 de julio de 1903. En un figón con las otras, la encontró en un figón con otras prostitutas y varios hombres. A él le acompañaba un amigo y todos estaban más o menos ebrios. El amigo le llamó la atención y al verle Filomena, que se llamaba con un herrero, se desató en injurias contra él, diciéndole que era un buey, un caballo, una mula, y que ahí venía su padre, el herrero. A pesar de esas gravísimas ofensas, salió del figón Pero Filomena, siempre con el error, fue en su seguimiento y, tras nuevos insultos, le pegó una cachetada, ¿qué dice? Entablándose la riña en que tercero de herrero. Okay, so here's the point. Where is it at? I thought I read it. Am I just being here for nothing? No, I saw it in here. Hold on a second, fam. I don't just want to read for nothing. I had one thing that I needed to show you guys. All right. Más esta vía compensa la mañana que si niega acercarse a la proposición de su mayate. Okay. So it says here, más esta se había confesado por la mañana y se negó a ceder a las proposiciones de su mayate. Y como es masón, él dice ser libre pensador. You hear that? Uh-oh. Getting crazy now. Let me see some. So we see the word Mason here. Right? Apparently there's a word Mason here. What's Mason doing in here? Let's go back over here. A Mason dealing with the homosexual stuff? Right? Go in here. It says here, nada necesitaré añadir respecto a las conversaciones que pueden tener entre sí aquellas infelices criaturas, a fin de que por una frase se comprende la perniciosa influencia que en todos esos pequeños cerebros produce la detención en un común y sin distinción de ninguna especie. Reproduzco textualmente la proferida para explicar el concepto que se forma de unos a otros. Todos creen que el más templado hable de él en la observación, porque viene por homicidio, y cuando le hacen algo les reclama en derecho para que no se meten con él. Oh, okay, so he went in jail because I guess because he murdered somebody, right? And then it says here, go back. Where did I see it? All right, well, I might have lost it then. See, that's why I don't like these. Sometimes it's not good to use these kind of books. Este caballo había nunca muchacho. Hold on. Let's see here real quick. Oh, it's right here. En la cárcel se dedica a la zapatería y me dice que el maestro, patrón de taller, le contestan conversando lo de los mayates y caballos. Y que ahí lo que a un muchacho debe hacer es seriedad. So, look, yeah, here, I'm going to give you guys a link. This is in Spanish anyways. What was that? In certain jails in USA, they call the LGBT stone workers. Ah, whoa. Damn, bro, that's a trip. I didn't know that. Let me see. One more. Let me see where we're at. Okay, it's up here. ¿Y qué me cuenta de los mayates y los caballos? De eso hay tercios. Nunca había yo visto lo que aquí. Pues, ¿qué ha visto? Dice usted. Pues, ¿qué ha visto usted? Let's listen to this. Pues, ¿qué ha visto usted? Yo, para mí, es una cosa muy horrenda. Como lo ha visto. Como he estado de guardia, les he caído y les he pegado realmente. Es una cosa repugnante para mí. Aquí me describe algunos de los costumbres de las cárceles con jesuítico tono. ¿Qué piensa usted hacer al salir de aquí? Como no conozco México, quién sabe qué camino agarre. Pienso trabajar, pero ya estoy muy acabado. Solo que encuentro alguien destino de portero de lacayo, cosas de no sean fuertes por mi pulmón. ¿Nunca ha tenido usted ganas de fugarse? No, señor. Y he tenido muy bonitas épocas para hacerlo por poder llegar hasta la aleadia y estar en el boquete. Además de he subido a las azoteas y cuidar a los trabajadores. So he's basically giving a story of like what he saw. Like, man, I saw some crazy stuff. So again, let's not lose the point. Let's not lose the point, fam. The word mayate. As you can see, all over the place, it says, dice que aunque las primeras veces que estuve preso, yo hablar de en la cárcel de mayates y caballos, ya no le cogía la cosa de nuevo, pues desde la calle había aprendido todo lo que se refería en esos vicios. So now, for you guys that think this is not a serious matter, it is a serious matter. You see, for us, we don't roll like that, man. I mean, I know we got, obviously, man, everybody, you know, we got family members. Come on, bro. I'd be stupid to say, nah, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm trying to say is that word was never meant to be racial. That word was meant to protect us. That word was meant to identify us. Now, there's two pieces to this puzzle here, because people thought that the word mayate was a slang in the 90s and, you know, or the 60s, 50s. No, we've known about that word since 120 something years, long time ago. Here's why, family, okay? I'm going to show you why, because, well, I'm going to show you. You're like, what is it? Why are you guys calling my? Because mayate is basically, they hump each other. Watch this. You see? They hump each other. That's what they do. So when I was little, I would see some of that stuff, and I was like, what the hell? What are they doing? And it never crossed my mind. But yeah, that's what they do. They males jump on them and actually do penetrate. They don't get pregnant, but it's awkward because that's normal for them. So that's why you want me to be more graphic here, so you can remember that it's not a racist thing. So stop calling us racist. You know what it is? It's a historical thing. It's a way to say, hey, tú te con ese mayate, güey. You know what that means? Watch out for that gay dude. Now, the story is in American Me that there's 2 points to it. Okay? I'm not going to get into the whole politics of it. That's none of my business. I'm just pointing out the history that I know about the word. Okay? So, apparently this movie is based on 1950, right? Now, in those years, the only people that were really in jail was black and brown, or brown and black, however you want to say it. Not really that many güeros. So when I saw this, I'm like, why would a güero even be in there in the first place? So the story is that this didn't happen because if it would have happened, he would have never been part of the clica. But then again, some people say it did happen, but they didn't want to say it was black because obviously it's pride. And the movies didn't want to admit it. So they calls it racism or, you know, stereotype. So then they let it, whatever. I don't know. Okay. But I do know this, that when it comes to politics in jail, there's a certain nation of people that deal with us because the way we deal with ourselves and our people and just basic. Listen, it's unfortunate. I don't like to use this word righteous because you're in jail, but the way that we conduct ourselves in jail is an unbelievable system. I just want to make this clear. I didn't know this guy before I share his video. No, not yet. But anyways, let's continue. An actual way that we can conduct ourselves here, but with the scriptures, because that's how I handle myself. And we need to have standards for each other. So let me show you where some of the history is and why the word came about. This is from a movie, American Me, short clip. And then Santana gets rape scene. Again, I'm just saying, this is what I hear. I don't know. It's my opinion. I don't know. But I do know that this is very common. So was this the reason why Mayate came about again? Let's go.
Say one word about this. There'll be shit on my knife, not on my dick.
See, the story, so I'm not sure, but Raza was never that big, fam. If you look at the movie, you see a lot of those kids were small, man. And a lot of you bullies, you Mayates, love to take advantage. And I don't mean just black, I'm talking about Mayates in general. Of the weak people. That's the sad part. So let me tell you why things happen for why they happen. Okay? Family, I'm gonna put a video here. It's somewhat graphic. Bear with me. It's about let me see. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. See, I'll just play it like this in case so I can speed it up. This is the riot from Pelican Bay. Okay. Now, people say, "Oh, I don't know why you deal with the so-called white people. You know, they racist as hell. They're racist as hell, man. Yada 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 yada. They treat us like, you know, they treat us bad. In the same breath, you call us penis spics and then threaten us. Say like, you little ones, you little people, what you gonna do? Right? They kind of say that. I showed you guys a video the other day. This guy was here. He goes right here. I'll show you. So I want to remind this individual. Let's see if you think it's funny. Okay, let's go.
Tell me how you really feel. Tell us.
I got you, bro. Hold on for a minute. Cause you can't. It ain't but three of them. It ain't but three of y'all. No, y'all can't make us know. Even if we go back through history, it done always been us having to come say y'all motherfucking ass that y'all couldn't do nothing with them white folks. Since y'all so big and bad, why y'all couldn't do nothing to them folks when they were taking y'all motherfucking babies at the border? Why y'all couldn't do who was standing up for y'all, tiptoe down? Even when the white folk ain't want y'all over here, we was. And if we go back to slavery times, boy, we was the ones that were fighting back. That's why they call it the Gullah Wars. We had to go help y'all because y'all couldn't do nothing. What is you talking about? Man, look, don't get what y'all do to them Bloods and them Crips out there in California. Whatever little boy y'all got going on, fucked up with all black folk, boy. Because that ain't how it gonna go down, boy. You sit your little ass down somewhere now. Cause ain't that many y'all ain't nowhere but Mexico. We all over this motherfucker. You know that black folks in Mexico, right? You know that, right? Y'all hide them from us. Y'all don't want us to see them. But it's black folks in Mexico, so whose side you think? Y'all better sit y'all little ass down somewhere. Can't even be El Chapo and he in prison. Bro, right? He right. Y'all can't even beat that small group of dope boys. What the fuck you think you gonna do with all us? Man, you better sit your little ass down somewhere. You ain't in nowhere but Mexico. Ain't but three of y'all. Ain't but three. They wouldn't even be foul. Hell wrong with y'all, man. Them folk got to go in laboratories and create diseases and shit in order to beat us because their guns don't work. The fuck is wrong with... Man, boy, get your ass out of here, boy. Go sit your ass down at the pyramids and pray. The hell wrong with you, boy? Cause them white folk look at y'all just like they look at us. Use the N-word to them. You in the same category we in. You can't tell by the way they treat you? When black folks link up, the FBI and the CIA, all the government officials link up. Cause it's finna be some shit. When y'all link up, they slap you on your ass and send you to the corner. Sit your little ass down somewhere now. This ain't what you want. Sit your little ass down somewhere now. Now you can continue to get them, bro.
Yep. That looks like it's just three of us. Sure as hell looks like three of us. I'm not proud of that at all, family. But there's a reason why these things happen and why in those rooms or walls, people have to keep it real. You got to. Because let me just say something real quick. You know, the whole thing, I'm just going to make it quick. From what I understand, the Pelican Bay riot, it was a problem with the woods, so-called woods, and the blacks. But they chickened out. So now, why the woods and so-called Mexicans, they run together because they trust raza, because of their militant approach, because of the way that we run ourselves in those walls. You call it righteousness, meaning you keep rules. There's laws that you abide by. There's that, like kind of like, you know, certain things you just don't do. So there's a reason why, because this is where that name came from. This is where that name came from. I'll put the African country, right? Is that if you think about it, you see, our brothers, we're not that big. But one thing we do know about you guys is you guys take advantage of certain things. So let me continue to show you just a little bit.
At Vista.
This is, you know, that dude, Blood, whatever. So I'm not going to play it normal. I'm going to do it speed. Hopefully he doesn't block. I don't know.
Brand into your customer's hands.
Doesn't matter, but anyway. I want to show you this because he's going to say some things. And you guys need to understand that we have what's called unity in our bloodline already. Okay? That we have unity in our bloodline. So all we need to do is just put the guns down. Put the knives down. Pick up a book. Pick up your history. The scriptures is our actual sword. You see, for a long time, we've been using our might. No time for that no more. Time to use your mind. And that militant approach that we have in our nature. Not to destroy, but to build. Not to oppress, but to free. Meaning, when you got real leaders, suckers don't run the law. When you got real leaders, you don't see people breaking into stores. There's actually civility. Scriptures say that too. Let's go.
You know, in LA, you know, gang culture has always been very ingrained.
Yeah.
And, you know, you have the Crips, you have the Bloods, but everyone can pretty much agree that the Mexicans run LA. Is that a fair assessment?
Definitely. I'll say we run Southern California.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Southern California. Why is that?
Power, numbers, structure, organization. At the end of the day, it's like a, you know, it's just a little different. It's just a little more military. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, other people run their programs different, and we just have it a little more structured. That's the best way I could say it.
Right, because I remember I interviewed Freeway Ricky Ross, you know, who was, you know, became the biggest drug dealer on the West Coast, and was supplying everyone, blacks, Mexicans, whatever. And he said that the black gangs never really got that big.
Black gangs really don't have the leadership stuff like
no,
not like, you know, I mean, I've been in the joint with them. I've never been around Mexican gangs before, white gangs before. They have leaders. They have what they call shot callers.
But you're saying that the Crips and Bloods didn't have that?
They don't really go by those rules, you know. They got a guy that may call the shots on 2 or 3 guys, you know, they're following. But when you're talking about he's going to dictate to the whole hood, that ain't finna happen.
No.
Black gangs don't do it. If they did, they would be a lot more powerful than what, you know, than what they've been. I think one of the problems is lack of organization.
You know, and you have notable figures. You know, I interviewed Big U recently,
yeah,
and so forth. But I think what the Mexicans have pulled off is something that's, you know, other people have not.
For sure.
You know, like, and even, you know, and I interviewed a lot of Chicago guys, and it's like, yeah, you know, a dude over there can't tell us what to do. You know, he didn't go through what we went through on our block and so forth. So you guys were very well organized.
Absolutely.
So you had to take orders from this person who took orders from that person who took orders from.
I won't speak on that, but at the end of the day, there's just a lot of structure is the best way I could say it.
Well,
Structure, family. That's what I'm talking about. Structure. So now, I'm showing also why we are different and why there is a distant approach.
You have no choice, and you're going to live like this. I'm gonna push the line on you. Your fellow people are gonna push the line on you. Don't go to prison if this shit is shocking to you. There is no rape in California prison because of these politics. Do you want these politics, or do you want booty bandits and this other shit that they talk about in these other states' prison channels? We don't have that shit. GP California, if anybody got into anything like that, they would be dead on the spot. If you're white, if you're homie, if you're paisa, anything like that.
Listen to that again, okay? Watch.
If you're paisa, anything like that, this is the spot. If you're white, if you're homie, if you're paisa, if you're white, if you're homie, if you're paisa, if you're white, if you're homie, if you're paisa, anything like that, this is not happening. It's never happened. I've never seen it. This would be murder on the spot. So these are the reasons why the politics exist, and that's why I back them. Would you rather fucking worry about that or this? I would rather flip a coin or roll the dice every day of the week and have to put in some work than have to worry about that other shit.
And some of you guys think this is, that I'm joking or I'm sad. No, man, not at all, family. This is very shocking to me. Okay, if you guys had children, please get rid of them. Let's start with this little short story here.
That he owned me. He had purchased me from the guy who anally raped me for $20 worth of commissary items. And I was now his property. He was to sit down and urinate. I had to face the wall to shower. I was not allowed at any point in time to have any mention of me being a man or having a penis. I had to wear a tucker to pull back the genitals to give the appearance of a vagina. It's extremely painful to wear most.
What he's saying is that they would make him wear a shirt, kind of like making underwear out of your shirt. You wrap it behind you. Let's go.
The time I had to wear it all of the time. May it just be as simple as me raising my voice and getting smacked to me referring to myself as a he and getting punched. Any type of deviation from his rules were the threat of violence.
There was many young people coming through the facility, and they was the ones that was mostly getting approached by individuals that might prey on them for sexual advances or what have you.
When I first came to jail,
More than that, who I am, man. You know me.
Mark was notorious. He thrived in Limestone's Wild West atmosphere.
Back in the day, getting drunk and shit. Bunny niggas to let them know I wasn't no punk and shit. You know me. I put the stove on niggas and load on niggas. Cannons and Jaguars getting drove on niggas. You know me. I got my candy on my ride and Reese's Pieces. Iceberg with creases to match the ice on my eyes. You know me. I told this freak I got a buffet at my sweet. She said, for real, I promise all the meat you can eat. You know me. I ain't a million, my family gonna get fed. Bread and water ain't enough. We want some bacon and eggs. You know I put a hit out of my friend by my ears. If it come back reincarnated, I'ma kill him again.
As far as me being ashamed or having a complex about it, I don't. Because I'm a strong believer, if you got to be ashamed of something that you do, you shouldn't do it.
This society away from society.
So that's the definition of a MAYATE right there. You saw how he came in, all male, heterosexual leader type, right? That's what a MAYATE is. He's not acting effeminate. The one on the receiving end, we don't call him a MAYATE. They would call him a caballo, right? Because he's on his fours. And the MAYATE comes over on top. That's the whole point. So again, make sure this sinks in. And listen, not a lot of people are watching right now. And I know a lot of you guys are offended. Hey, come on board, Vladimir or Meshi. Here you go, bro. Because you know what, man? I don't want to only speak of like as if I'm making it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember, I wasn't fully locked up. You know what I'm saying? God kind of looked out for me, but I would love for you to help me out in this testimony, or not testimony, just confirmation, because it's pretty crazy, man. Let's pay attention. Look, they know what he's out, but they know what this man is doing. He has respect in this cell. Shaking ass, what up, dog? And they're overlooking the fact that he's walking another man in jail, and then he's like covering them up, like making it all private. It's like, it's not like, I got drunk and I fell on him. No, he's going through the process. I can't wrap my mind around it. So again, MAYATEs are the heterosexual, so-called, that like to dominate the weak male.
More than that, who I am, man. You know me.
Mark was notorious. He thrived in Limestone's Wild West atmosphere.
Back in the day, getting drunk and shit. Bunny niggas.
See? They're cheering him on. Hey, bro. Hey, you telling me, bro, that Anybody, y'all been, Raza, man. You get cheered on for this? This shouldn't be accepted as a culture. I could understand, individual, yeah. But as a culture, you guys accept it, which is why you needed to be identified. Hey, trucha con ese mayate, güey. Don't trust him because he's the booty bandit.
Let them know I went no punk and shit, I put the stove on niggas, I load on niggas. Cat as a jaguar, getting drove on niggas, I got more candy on my riding Reese's Pieces. Iceberg with creases, the master ice on my teeth, I told this freak I got a buffet at my sweet. She said, for real, I say I promise all the meat you can eat, I ain't a me, my family gonna get fed. Bread and water ain't enough, we want some bacon and eggs, I put a hit out of my friend by my ears. If it come back reincarnated, I'ma kill him again,
As far as me being ashamed or having a complex about it, I don't. Because I'm a strong believer, if you got to be ashamed of something that you do, you shouldn't do it.
This society away from society.
That's something I respected.
I woke up, first thing I wanted to see was him. Before I went to bed at night, the last thing I wanted to see was him. I love him.
There you go, man. In a sense, Mark had been turned out by his own boy. He fell in love with Mindy, and in prison that made him vulnerable.
David Mendenhall, he worked on radios, and he'd fix my radio and everything. We got to talking, eating together, drinking together. We'd do a little drugs together, and we became friends.
I had never turned a boy out or had a boy or anything, and that wasn't my objective. I was just supposed to pull him away from the other people he was kicking it with and to kick it with us.
They never threatened me, and basically they give me anything I wanted. Watches, clothes, boots, shoes, anything I wanted I could get.
His family had cut him off. Mail calls came with no letters from home and no money on the books. Survival was looking grim.
Uh-oh, now you owe money. Damn. Hey, man, I'm telling you, fam, that's funny, though. You see? That's what mayates do. The male abuses the other male. Like Romans 1:26. It's not that you're black. It had nothing to do about color. You made it a racial thing because you want to hide this side.
Profits all determined.
Now this is another one. Check this out.
Determine who's on top. Mark Moore, serving 20 for a gang shooting, was feared and respected at Limestone Correctional. Mark would become Mindy's man.
Mindy, that's his nickname. I gave him that nickname all.
Yeah, I got you in a bit, bro.
And he was my baby. I was comfortable with him.
In prison, your boys or your sisters, that's like your wife or your woman on the street. On the streets, when any money will get you whatever. In prison, the more coffee you have, the more cigarettes and bullshit you have, it gets you what you want.
Gorilla Records is in full of business.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Shalom, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Shalom. Hey, let me take care of this real quick, family. I had an old recording on this, but I'm gonna skip all this stuff because I don't really want to include that. It was just a conversation. Anyways, look, listen, we're done, man. It's already 2 hours in. Hardly anybody's watching, anyways. You guys can catch it later. Appreciate y'all being here. It is a hard topic, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys get offended, and you think that it's like, whatever. I put it out there. I don't think I've been rebuked. I would hope that you would let me know, But I just find it funny, man. Like, I've been saying this since 2022. I've been talking about this since 2022. I've been bringing up all this information since 2022 to our brethren. And then you got a lot of new little YouTubers that are talking about the same thing that I've been saying for quite some time. So you guys decide who you want to listen to, bro. Donald Trump is going to declare martial law. Like, bro, please. I've been saying this shit for a while. This is nothing new. For you white folks that you're just trying to figure out, Border Patrol's so evil. We've been telling you. For you black folks, all of a sudden now you give a fuck. Why? Because your people got shot? It shows about exactly who you guys are. You see, the sad part is that our gente has been going through this shit since the fucking beginning of time. Since 1492, way before, some fake story that you guys brought up.
And we kept telling you, Border Patrol is evil. They're wicked. They're fucking racist. You black folks and white folks didn't give a shit. You did not fucking care. Now, all of a sudden, because it's affecting you, now you fucking care. Nah, I got no sympathy for you. I don't. I'm sorry, man. You know, I feel bad for you kids. Because the kind of parents that you guys are, that it took you this long to figure it out. But nah, I got no sympathy, nor empathy. I care about my people. Because we've been experiencing this shit. Anyways, you guys have a good night. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do ramble. But anyways, hope you appreciate it.
Estamos aquí, oye, que estamos aquí. Mírame, estamos aquí. Desde hace rato, cuando ustedes llegaron, ya estaban las huellas de nuestros zapatos. Se robaron hasta la comida de gato y todavía se están lamiendo el plato. Bien encabronados con estos ingratos. Hoy le doy duro a los tambores hasta que me acusen de maltrato. Si no entiendes el dato, pues te lo tiro en cumbia, bossa nova, tango o vallenato. A lo calaboy y bambú, bien frontú, con sangre caliente.
Hey, you know what, family? I've been playing this song for several years. And this song is from 2022. And I've been playing this shit since 2022. And you know what I just noticed about this video? I mean, it's a great video. Don't get me wrong. I'm only going to play a little bit of it. But look at this real quick. Watch this.
El plato, bien encabronado con estos ingratos. Hoy le doy duro a los tambores hasta que me acusen de maltrato. Si no entiendes el dato, pues te lo tiro en cumbia, bossa.
What do we see there? We see gente fighting the police in their streets.
Bien encabronado con estos ingratos. Hoy le doy duro a los tambores hasta que me acusen de maltrato. Si no entiendes el dato, pues te lo tiro en cumbia, bossa nova, tango o vallenato.
You see what I'm saying? White folks, black folks, you're new to this. We've been telling you Border Patrol was fucking wicked. And you didn't care. Because it was just a bunch of Mexicans getting killed at the border. Crossing Arizona or New Mexico. Y'all didn't care about the deaths. You didn't care. Oh, but let me shoot one negro or one white woman. All of a sudden, now you're realizing they're Gestapo. Fuck you. You have no sympathy from me. Thank you for your support, but that doesn't excuse you from your ignorance or stupidity, lack thereof.
A lo calaboy y bambú, bien frontú, con sangre caliente como Timbuktu. Estamos dentro del menú. Tupac se llama Tupac por Tupac Amaru del Perú. América no es solo USA, papá. Esto es desde Tierra del Fuego hasta Canadá. Hay que ser bien bruto, bien hueco. Es como decir que África es solo Marruecos. Estos canallas se les olvidó que el calendario que usan se lo inventaron los mayas con la Valdivia precolombina. Desde hace tiempo, este continente camina. Pero ni con toda la marina pueden sacar de la vitrina la peste campesina. Esto va para el capataz de la empresa. El machete no es solo para cortar caña, también es para cortar cabeza.
Aquí estamos, siempre estamos, no nos fuimos, no nos vamos. Aquí estamos pa' que te recuerdes. Si quieres mi machete te muerde. Aquí estamos, siempre estamos, no nos fuimos, no nos vamos. Aquí estamos pa' que te recuerdes. Si quieres mi machete te muerde. 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 Te muerde, te muerde.
Los paramilitares paramilitares, las guerrillas, los hijos del conflicto, las pandillas, las listas negras, los falsos positivos, los periodistas asesinados, los desaparecidos, los narcogobiernos, todos los que robaron, los que se manifiestan y los que se olvidaron, las persecuciones, los golpes de estado, el país en quiebra, los exiliados, el peso devaluado, el tráfico de droga, los carteles, las invasiones, los emigrantes sin papeles, 5 presidentes en 11 días, disparo a quemarropa por parte de la policía, más de 100 años de tortura, la nova trova cantando en plena dictadura, somos la sangre que sopla la presión atmosférica, Gambino mi hermano, esto sí es América.
Icaral, hijo, abre los ojos. Tu cuerpo se queda con nosotros, pero tu espíritu debe seguir. Busca la luz. Aléjate de las sombras. Deja que nuestro dolor sea tu fuerza. Desde aquí iluminamos tu camino. Lucha como nosotros ante esta pena tan grande. Yo soy tú. Tú eres yo. La muerte que hoy nos separa, mañana volverá a unirnos. Eres libre, hijo.